Preacher has the inside. Star and Michelin's drawn gate 2, so we're right to go. Red light turned on, commencing at the 100-metre marker. They're away. Dixie Preacher, Thrum. Star of Michelin began well. He's right there early. Travesty rolling forward. Handy take it to the limit. Warp Speed, Sugar Buzz and Populist. Over on the inside is Rocco. Second last, City Smart, and last of all is Urbino. So Dixie Preacher has held out Star of Michelin for the lead. Out 3 wide is Travesty. Thrum's over on the inside of Take It to the Limit. Warp Speed, Populist over on the inside. There is Rocco. Next the outside, Sugar Buzz. Second last, City Smart, and last of all is Urbino. Over on the inside, the best part of 9 or 10 lengths off the speed. So Dixie Preacher led the way from Travesty, sliding up into second, back to third, Star of Michelin. Fourth is Thrum, and fifth over on the inside there is Warp Speed. The outside, Take It to the Limit. A length and a half to Populous outside Rocco, and further back to next there is Sugar Buzz over on the outside of Urbino, and last City Smart about 9 or 10 lengths off the speed. So Dixie Preacher, if anything's gone further in front, led by 3 lengths now from Thrum and Travesty, the outside 4 Star of Michelin. Fifth is Warp Speed, length and a half to Take It to the Limit. Populous outside Rocco. Next one there is Urbino over on the inside of Sugar Buzz. City Smart still last of all. So Dixie Preacher down the side, led by 3 or 4 lengths here from Thrum and Travesty. 4 Star of Michelin, fifth over on the inside, Warp Speed. Take It to the Limit, followed by Rocco, Populist, and further back to Urbino. Second last over on the inside, Sugar Buzz. City Smart, the outside, is still last of all. So Dixie Preacher by 2.5 lengths from Thrum. Star of Michelin going to third on the outside, passing Travesty. Next one there is Warp Speed, Take It to the Limit, and Rocco's over on the inside as they swing round the home turn. Dixie Preacher from Star of Michelin hanging a show but running to second, passing Thrum. Next one there was Warp Speed, and further back to Take It to the Limit. It's Dixie Preacher being tackled now by Star of Michelin. In turn, Warp Speed chimes in down the outside. Further back to Thrum and Take It to the Limit. We've got Warp Speed grabbing the lead. Star of Michelin trying to come back. It's Warp Speed from Star of Michelin. They're clear from Take It to the Limit. Warp Speed's in front from Star of Michelin, and Warp Speed will be too good. I think it's just in front yet. Warp Speed defeats Star of Michelin. Third to Take It to the Limit, followed by Populous, then Urbino, followed by Thrum. Next was Dixie Preacher, followed further back by Rocco, and then Sugar Buzz, City Smart, and last of all was Travesty, who has gone a long way from home.
Well, the weights there clearly swinging in favour of Warp Speed over the final part, and he has scored a solid win over Star of Michelin, who was gallant there. He was ridden a nice race there by Sheridan Tomlinson, who got him out of the gates well again. He was up there handy to them. Clearly he looked the winner. He just wanted to lay in a little bit in the home straight, but this guy was able to get a lovely soft run behind them in the hands of Aidan Thompson, and you could see this guy looming, Warp Speed, coming towards the home bend. And then at the 200, when he got around the heels of Star of Michelin, couldn't quite get away from the big guy who kept rallying, but bear in mind he's had about 10 kilos less. So that's a big difference, isn't it? 52, or rather 8 kilos, 52 as opposed to Star of Michelin's 60. And they really did string them out. Take It to the Limit, third. Populist way down. Bernie back in fourth.
Yeah, good win by Warp Speed, but you're right, he carried a stone in the old scale less. In fact, a tad over. Let's have a chat with Mel Sharp and get her thoughts on Warp Speed here. But I know, Mel, when I last talked to Rob about this horse, he had a fairly nice opinion of him. That was the day he won his first race for you guys at the Coast.
Yeah, that was down at the Gold Coast. He's been a work in progress, this horse, and we've always had an opinion of him. It's just getting him to get it all together, and he's got that awkward stride, and he's still learning to level out. But it's onwards and upwards with him, and you know, today he was with the lightweight. We knew he was going to be in the race nicely, and Aidan just rated him nicely, and we just, you know, just be patient, because he has that one last crack at him. He's still learning to let down, and a big shout out to Lisa and Glenn, and we really appreciate you sending him to us. He's a beautiful horse.
Last start at the Gold Coast, we thought he was just going to win, and he was worried out of it by North Africa. Did you have your heart in your mouth a little bit here today? Did you think that was going to happen again?
Yeah, like we know he's got the ability, that's without a doubt, but he's still learning to put his head out and let down nicely. You know, he's genuine. He's always having a go. He tries, and you know, I think even again, next prep, he's going to be a better horse again.
Certainly another sort of feather to his bow, really, being able to run this trip now.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. the Mortons always believed it, and so did we, that he would get over further. So this opens up a lot more for us.
Yeah, and his physique suggests that as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a nice streamlined type of horse, and he holds himself really well. So really happy for today's win.
Great stuff, Mel. Well done.
Thanks, Bernie.
All right, Warp Speed takes out race 5. 9 beats 1, 5 and 3. Anthony? At the Gold Coast, and he was worried out of it. Tell me what your thoughts were today.
Well, last start he did nearly got half a length in front, and he just sort of all but wanted to go. He just half stopped, and then today my plans were just to wait as long as possible. I knew I could get behind the favourite, so he brought me into the race and just peeled out last bit.
Yeah, he looks as though he switched off really nicely for you mid-race.
He did actually. Like a couple of his other starts, he over races a fair bit, but he's been quite nice for me, so hopefully he does later on as well.
Yeah, do you think that's an indication? His mum won over 2 miles. Do you think that's an indication he can run further?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll win a couple of races over this, and he might be looking for further after that as well.
Well done.
Thank you.